While we have managed our main task, which was to perform analysis and design on our concrete structure, it is important to be able to check these values that have been calculated and also to have the tools to share these results with other project participants. An important and great feature of sophistic analysis and design is the ability to visualize results directly inside of Revit on top of the analytical model. In the Result menu, click on the Show button to activate the display of results in the current view. The Sophistic Structural Property panel will now offer you various options to set the display and navigate through the results. Please note that the view settings might need to be changed in order to visualize correctly the results. The software will warn you if there are any issues with your view or view template. It can be wise to rather create a new view for the visualization of your results via the command Show in the new view. Now that the result view has been created or opened, we can make a selection of results in the Structural Properties menu. We will then choose which type of results we want to display. Indeed, we are performing both analysis and design in our project, so we can either look at forces or at reinforcement values. We also have worked with several systems within the same Revit file. Each of them has their own results, so it is important to choose which system should be the source of the representation. Finally, we can select the load cases, which contains the result. Based on this selection, we can now choose which detail should be displayed. First, by checking the result type, for instance support values, and subtype, so here the Z component of the support values, as well as its representation style, such as nodal values. Of course, it is possible to display several results at the same time. In addition to the result visualization, it is possible to display the deformation of the structure in a dynamic viewer, which can be accessed via the command Visualization in the toolset system. It also allows to access the finite element model and get information about individual finite elements and their value. This external viewer can also be useful for creating animated recording of the structural results. All these results are available in Revit, but rely on the Sophistic database in the background. As such, they are not available on the cloud model or for anyone who uses the Revit file without having the Sophistic project files. In order to share results without the Sophistic database, we need to save these results directly in the Revit file. For that, the function Import Results opens a window in which you can choose which results to share. First, select the elements that are concerned, then choose which the load cases, out of which systems, subsystem, should be included, as well as which design case. For each of them, you can give a specific name that will allow the person checking those results to better understand them. It is important to know that these stored results can be viewed with a native Revit version, which means that no Sophistic installation is required afterwards. They can also be used by any software which is capable of accessing such results in Revit. While it is important to be able to share results via the Revit BIM model, it is essential to also access those data outside of Revit for further processing, and for such, Excel is the most common tool used by engineers. For this purpose, a command Export to Excel allows to select some results and generate an Excel file with these. The Excel file will both contain those results, but also all the relevant information to maintain a BIM workflow, such as the Revit ID or the element name. Out of that information, it is then possible to find again the object on the BIM model, for instance in Revit with the command Select by ID. Documentation is of course important to have for the calculation or for the design. Every time we perform a calculation, a report will automatically be generated by the software. For each system, this can be found in the toolset System, while for design groups, it is available via the contextual menu via right-click. It is possible to set the level of detail and content of these automatic reports in the menu Project Settings. Within the report, all the content is listed in the navigation menu on the left. You can activate or deactivate elements in that menu via a right-click to open the contextual menu. Such switching can be done for a single element or for specific types of elements. In addition to those, complementary items can be inserted, such as text, images, or table of contents. In the upper part of the report browser, you can switch on and off some other types of content and especially search for elements in the report. Most of the time, you will want to share this report or use it for further documentation outside of Sophistic or Revit. For such purposes, several export options are available. The document can be converted to a PDF file for sharing with persons who do not have the Sophistic tools. But a more interesting function is the export to the Word format docx, which allows you to further format the document according to your needs. You can use an existing Word template with your logo and fonts, and all images will also be exported as embedded pictures for an ideal integration of all the required data into your final document. As we showed previously, there are several reports generated out of the Revit project, some from the analysis, others from the design. You can merge these documents into a master report for a concise documentation of your project. For that, use the function Publish, available in the Result menu, to choose which individual reports to use and how to bind them.